DYMX50? DTR? DYMX50? Here to watch Division 4, qualify, and then race around Monte Carlo. I expect to see some brilliant dive bombs, some crashing dive bombs, and people crashing. So, should enjoy it, because Division, like Monaco, you know, especially, I did know all the corner names, and then kind of forgot them. I know a few. So I'll actually just get a map up too, and while I'm doing that, I can tell you the results from last week. Imola, yes, Imola. It was a good race, if I can remember. I can't remember who won it. I think it was Rancy. Yes, it was Rancy. I was torn the balance for Rancy. He's looking to make it 3 as... I was going to say, no boy's not here, but he is here. So I think it goes Rancy and then Nell Boy, because obviously we had a sprint last week, and he got maximum amount of points, and Nell got no points, sadly. Being disqualified, and then placing 14th, and then DNFing, being the first person to DNF. So he had a bad race last week, and he hopefully can do better here, and I assume Rancy will probably get pole again, as he did race in Division 1 and got a very fast time. Let's have a look here. Brandon as well. He was qualified high. Relly did great. Guna did great as well. Oh, but yeah, they did okay. What was that? 10th and 11th. Jay Hayward, Hoff. Yeah, I remember. Anyway, we've got some yellow flags out, so let's get all this telemetry details up for you. Obviously, my famous code. Who was it? Hoff. He already spun out the pit lane. So that is a good start. As he's letting everyone by. Barely fit 2 tracks up towards... I know this is the casino corner. This one, I think. Or that one. Was it this one? I know the hairpin, at least. Because I can actually work a full-on proper commentator for you guys, you know. I can give it the Monaco track map. Okay, so here. Oh my god, it's so obvious. Obviously, so we've got a tunnel at the moment, which is, well, who's going to skip Ranty? Already on a lap. First one out. He coming to turn. That is the casino, and then he's heading towards a very French-looking corner name, and then the Grand Hotel hairpin, which he does magnificently, and then isn't it Beaurivage? And then Beaurivage Part 2, or the exit of Beaurivage? I don't know. No, it's Portier. That one is Portier into the tunnel, and then the Nouveau chicane, which he gets very well flat out in 4th, keeping the traction. Then he goes into Tabac, and then it's, I don't know, PC. My GCSE French name handy there for that one. And then it's Rascasse, obviously the Charles Leclerc bottle in that corner, and then he comes to the final corner, which is called Anthony Higgins. Or is it Noggins? I said it's Higgins or Noggins. And obviously turn 1 is Sandoval. A 10.9 for Rancy, that'll be a good time. I'm sure he could get about 5 cents faster, as we just somebody's gone straight on. That's Cassell's going straight on. Anyway, who's on a lap? Borowski will head on board with, as he comes into Tabac, if I remember correctly, and then it is Louis Chiron corner, and then it's the swimming pool chicane, and then coming into Rascasse here. And Seldon in 2nd gear, but he's managed to flat it out, and then flat out in 3rd gear on the exit. I think. Oh, it's a car randomly emerges from the pit lane, which will be quite strange on people's laps. That puts a P3, as you still want to be three people set lap. BB Boldy and Hackett crashed the line almost at the same time, and then Guna set to 12.4, putting him into 3rd, and then Hayward finishes his lap a while ago. He was P2 with a 11.5. Who else is on lap? I don't want Escalos. We'll head more with Escalos. He also comes to back. Cassell has retired, so we've got 2 retirees already in this qualifying. Very cautious on the gas there as he comes into Raskas at a low minimum speed coming out of the corner, and then in second I think a little tiny bit of wheel spin for Escalos as he upshifts through Anthony Higgins. I'm going to call it Anthony Higgins, so, or we can call it Anthony. Actually I'm not going to call it Anthony. That's a striker for a team I don't like. Oh, Bogowski's going again with no ERS. Tactical. Getting there. Oh yes. No boy. He's not actually on a lap. It says he is, but I think he's just backed off it and he's warming the tyres at maybe 2 outer laps. It's good round here. And Hoff is back out with a fixed front wing, and I think he's on a lap now, is he? I don't know, that second time doesn't kind of tell me, as he lets Bogowski past as one of the Mercedes or Huasa might be on a lap, I don't know. I think 2 out laps here is quite good. Unfortunately, Jens getting in the way there, but it's tight track and you can't really help. That as Weiser comes into Nouveau Chicane, going straight on one of the drivers to let him finish this. Oh, almost creeping the walls there. Oh, as he taps the back corner. Oh, he just has to take a second guess. It's still quite a lot. That could be wing damage here. As, oh, gets out of the way in the McLaren just in time, and then drifts through Higgins down towards the finish line, and a 112.55 puts in P4. And you think of that, well, 112 versus 110. A lot of time to be made up in a lot of corners for a lot of drivers, I think. Talking about drivers 1.2 seconds up on his time. Hackett here, looking for a top 5 qualifying. As he bolts towards the line, setting a 112.5. That puts in P5. Who else is on the lap? Reliot. As he's invalidated his lap. He'll be going again. They're actually starting this lap, so I think we'll go on board with him. See if we can get any good camera shots here as he comes into Sandavot. So I remember in one of the games it was Jeff would tell you to know heroics into Sandavot, please. And then he comes into the casino corner. This one is. And then I have to get this one. That's actually not too bad of a shot there. All the way down to first. Early on the gas, almost full out there. Takes a little bit of curb there to rotate the car. Still in second as he comes out of the portiere into the tunnel. And you do class that as a corner, as it is quite a sharp bend, you know, for F1 car. Nice and safe into the Nouveau Chicane as he comes to back. Swings it around there, and almost 200 kilometers per hour. You realise how fast they're going. Close to the wall, and he's safe as there's been a spin, I think, out of the portiere corner. Oh, DTR Noboy, I didn't see do his lap in 11.6 for him. He's 7/10 off Ranty. As Relic comes towards the line, a safe lap, good lap there, a 1:11.7. And Gunnar, his teammate, just behind him, but there's a big gap between 5th and 6th there. What's that, around 7/10? Surprising to see that. Brandon isn't on a lap, nor is Noboy. I don't think Hoff is, as his ERS isn't going down. Maybe little Mikey is, so we'll hop on board with him. And he's not using his ERS. I don't think Gunnar is. I think he's warming up his tyres, Gunnar here. Yeah, he's trying to do a little wiggle into the I think he's into the corner. As now he comes towards Sandavot here on the inside is a oh, I think he's looking at the car on the inside. I think he's put too much speed into Sandavot. as I have to look for what the names are. It takes it really wide. Almost looks like he's got a bit of wing damage there on that car. Seems like the car was very reluctant to turn in. Maybe a race setup. I don't know. As he takes a lot of speed into the hairpin, which is good to do. But oh, he retires after getting wheel spin out of the hairpin. Caught that first hand. As Rancy looks like he's doing his second lap. Oh no, he will be going on to his. As he now comes to the line to start his lap. Oh, I should really. It's not. I can't see what it's called. Like, well, can't see the corner names. It's all blurry. My internet's too slow. As it's a purple first sector for Rancy, I want 18.5. I say, great first sector times. Now he's coming up to the back of a car. I shouldn't have slowed him down too much. I think if he was steady on the throttle in out of Portier. Now he comes towards the new chicane. I don't think any cars in front of him here. He can take a lot of speed into it, which he does. In and out in a flash compared to other drivers. As now he's back on the throttle, 4/10 up. This could be a good lap for Rancy here. Oh, a little bit lag there for me. I think he did take it quite well though. Perfect upshifting here with a short shifting. As he comes towards the line, I won 10.1. I think that is a time that will not be getting beaten in this session. So I think we can put Rancy on pole position for this Monaco race. As much as I believe in other drivers, I don't think anyone will be coming close to that time. As Brandon, was that his name? Who? Wazza and then Brandon. No, Brandon's coming towards the line now. Well, Wazza just moved up to P4. 8 thousandths faster than Brandon, and Brandon's starting his. This is Beau Rivage, that corner, and this one's Mirier, or whatever it's called. And then you come into Casino. I don't know this right-hander. Oh, Jay Hayward's retired. That was in the Casino corner. As Brandon now comes towards Portiers. We got 50% ERS left at this point in the lap. It's crazy to think. As all the way down to second gear, short shift to third, flat out for Brandon as he comes towards the back. Oh, very close to the wall here. He's 4/10 up on his time. This could be putting him in P2. I don't think he's close enough to Rancy's time though. As it looks very smooth in second gear coming through final corner. And I won 11.1, it does. He's 9.5 tenths off Rancy's time, which does show how fast Rancy's time is. Boss Mott's goes into the pits. Hoff isn't on a lap. BB Boldy is on a lap, so we've gone board with him. As he comes into the Nouvelle chicane. Oh, and I think he's just invalidated there. Just a bit too much. That's simple. What's that? Go before it. Hold on. And it's a shame we haven't got Bert Mylander here. Mazanet. Mirabeau Mazanet. That's what they're called. The corners that I'm getting wrong. Okay, so let's go on someone's lap and I can commentate it. Wow, let's get lost. He's starting a lap. Here he goes. Okay, so into Sandevot, third gear. Thinks about going flat out, but doesn't. But now he does. Now he comes up to Beau Rivage here, going into Mazanet, where he's tugging the wall here. Then Casino's also hugging the wall. It could have been a bit closer, bump in the road. causes him to go a little bit further right as he goes into Mirobo here. Now he's coming into the Grand Hotel Hairpin, the slowest corner on the F1 calendar, all the way down to 40 kilometers per hour as he goes into the second part of Mirobo, as he comes into the Portier corner in second gear, really fast gears all the way up to 6th as he comes into the tunnel corner. 7th, I don't know if he's going to get up to 8th as he downshifts all the way into 2nd for the Nouvelle chicane. Takes the curve perfectly all the way back up to 6th and then down to 5th at the back, flat out again through Louis Chivan, and then the swim pool chicane he takes no curb, which is the safe option here as he comes into Rascasse all the way into 2nd gear, almost flat out as he goes into the Higgins final corner, flat out towards the line, puts a 112.26 tenths up on his time, puts him 9th. As Boy goes through the swim pool chicane, as he comes into Rascasse, he's looking to take 2nd away from Brandon, as he's all the way in 1st gear and he's thinking about going flat out, and he does. So but what do you use all his a 111.4 for Boy. I think he'll be happy with that. A P4 round here. You know, the front two may have mistakes in them, so he might be able to slip through. As Hoff is also putting a good time, a 111.4. I think he's not on a lap at the moment. So Relly is on a lap as he comes into Portier. Oh, very close to the wall. Doesn't want to get on the curb on the exit as well, which can offset the car. Very close to the inside of that corner. All the way down into 2nd here. No short shift into 3rd. Allowing the engine to rev, getting that speed. As apparently he puts in the fastest sector, he's up by 2 tenths. This is looking to put him around P5 in front of Jay Hayward as he comes to the Rascasse and he sees the end of Hoff there in the Alpine, which could have off-put him a little bit. He's used all his batteries, he comes towards the line. He's going to put in a 111.6 just behind Relliot there, as Hackett is not on a lap, but he will be going on to a lap as Bogle Ross, who comes towards the line, he puts in a 112.8, does not move anywhere. Tom Putty's also invalidated as Mikey's looking to set his first lap as he comes into the first corner here. Doesn't take a lot of curve, gets straight back on the throttle as he goes up through Beau Rivage into Mazamet. Oh, as he hits the wall there, a little tap. Takes him away from the bumps in the road as he goes into Mirabeau and then the chicane. Everyone retiring from the session as they were in the pits. Actually, no, that's the Nouvelle chicane. One of the drivers is out, as you can see. That is going to impact Bug Ross with that, but he's not on a lap for see if he avoids the car. He does. He's also letting Rancy by, who I don't think is on another lap. He's invalidated his lap probably at turn 1. Who was I involved with? Lil Mikey, as he's into back now. He hasn't been disrupted by the cars coming. He's still firing it towards the finish line. He comes into Rascasse and breaking in a straight line, straight back onto the throttle. Still in 2nd gear. As Rancy takes pole position, well, almost. As Lil Mikey goes into P14 at 113.1. It's a good lap from him. Who else is still on the lap? Relliot has just started really another lap, but I don't think he's going to improve as he has no ERS. Hoff does have ERS, so we'll hop on board with him and stay on board with him. All the way in 8th gear here. Okay. Ignoring that. As Waz, is he going? He's invalidated. Relly, is he still? Hard to tell if he's pushing. I don't think he's on a lap. No. Well, he's only 2 tenths down, so maybe. Oh, if he's lucky, he taps the wall a bit there. Into Rascasse. Oh, looks like he's going towards the line, but he overshoots the final corner. So that is Rancy officially on pole, with Brandon in 2nd and Boy in 3rd, followed by I think it was in fourth. Hayward? No, Wazza was in second. Oh wow. Wazza in second there. Rancy obviously in first. Uh, Brandon the Brit in third. I can't think of her name for now, boy. Then Elephant. Was that? Did we call him that? I'm pretty sure we did. In P4, Hoff in P5, Hayward in P6, Relly in P7, Bossmots in P8, who I didn't even get to go on board with a lap with now that I think about it. Hackett in P9, Askelios in P10, P11 is BB Baldy, P12 is Guna, and P13 Bogrovsky, and then P14 is Mikey, and then Tom Putty, Jordan, and I forget the last guy. A poor sort. Cassell, Jordan, and BB Baldy, I think it was. Not in that particular order. I just know they were at the bottom three. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly go a drink. I am just thirsty. My apologies, it wasn't BB Baldy in the bottom three, it was Tom Putty, followed by Jordan, followed by Cassell. Tyres, everyone on the mediums except Nelboy, who's on the hards, Guna, who's on the hards, Little Mikey, who's on the hards, and Jordan, who's on the hards. Apparently it's better to finish on the hards around Monaco, because they're less likely to overheat. The mediums are. Nobody opted for the soft tyre, which is a bit surprising. I thought I would see that strategy. As we see the drivers come towards the grid spots, hopefully I get a good look. As everyone's pulling up now. Hoff disqualified. Don't want to see any. What was it? No miracles into Sandoval. As they come towards the line now. Not the best view, but I guess we'll look at the top 4 here. As it's like so. And away we go. Snowball gets a good start on Brandon. Rancy getting a good start there. Sneaking up the inside, looks to be Relia as his car goes straight on in the background there. As the fact I'm still looking there. Too wide goes everyone. I'm trying to make sure nobody's. Bogorowski almost going side by side there with No Boy. No, No Boy. What? No, Mikey. There's nobody going down the inside. I'm trying to look. There is no way. I'm going to refuse to believe it. I'm just looking through the grid here. No one's got any damage, right? I'm trying to hazard a look. It's very close, but I don't think anyone. I mean, Hackett maybe. He's fallen away a bit from Baldy. And he's the only car I would suspect to have damage. It's maybe No Boy, but I'm actually very surprised here. All the cars have got through turn 1 without damage, and then we've got a Skelos here looking on the back of little Mikey really fast. His camera angle's flying past. That's Rancy already crossing the line. As there we go, the first overtake. Boss, BB Baldy getting past Bossmart. Actually, position changes. Oh no, never mind. There has been a few. Baldy up by 3, Hackett down by 1, Bogorowski up by 2, Little Mikey up by 2, Skelos down by 3, Jordan Guna down by 2, Jordan up by 1, Putty down by 1. Well, I am not surprised. I'm surprised that Rancy's not pulling away, whilst there seems to be in close contention, but he is using a lot of ERS. Not the most difficult track to regain ERS, otherwise I think Rancy would have got a penalty there for that. He didn't, okay. Looked like he cut the corner a little bit, but what am I to say? Ooh, it's really wide goes Hoff into that corner. That's a slow coming really. Everyone's going obviously really slow, so they're both a little fueled with 39 laps of fuel. It's not surprising. As Hackett seems to be very close on Bossmart. Down the inside he goes. And Bossmart makes up a position. But Hackett looking to take it back. Really close he was. Into Casino and not a dive bomb maybe? Ah, I thought about it. But thought better of it. As maybe Cassell has a bit of damage here and Tom Putty scuffling at the back. It's big gaps already starting to form. We're 2 seconds between Nelboy and Brandon there. Top 3 maybe trying to pull away, but even in that little group, 1.4 between Wazza and Rancy. As Bogorowski's looking at the back of Hackett here. As I don't know, I'm just kind of, oh, it's into the pits goes Vosmart, I think, and Baldy, maybe both got damage. I doubt it would be to switch tyres this early on in the race, but hopefully they've switched their little pit thingy to yes, fix my wing, because I've been hurt by that many a times in this race. So Cassell and Tom Putty move up 2 places, as soon as everyone that was behind them, so that looks really good on Bogorowski and Little Mikey. If they're both up by 4 positions in the race, they'll be happy with that. The top 5 is still unchanged since the start. Big gaps between the front 3. And who's the closest man on track? Bogorowski probably on Hackett. 7-ish tenths. Oh no, Brandon is close on Wazza actually. 4 tenths between these two. As Rancy's already got a 3.6 second lead I think whoever these two would just be looking to finish in second. It would be great to catch him, and hopefully he does. Hopefully Ranty does whackle on. That's a pit for a new wing. Yeah, making the two stint interesting as Brandon gets a good corner there. He might be looking to take the move. None of them using ERS into Mazane. Oh, as wide goes Wazza. Could open it up for Brandon, but it doesn't. If anything, Wazza actually got more of a gap. Very difficult to follow, obviously, around Monaco with the braking zone. Should be right on the back of your opponent. As Reddit is looking at the back of Hoff, who is out of ERS already in this race. I think Grelly will be looking to get close, maybe use it on the straight or Beau Rivage. Skelios as well, he's looking on the back of little Mikey. Both are high ERS. Oh, Skelios is definitely going to get a warning for that one. As they're both charging towards the swimming pool chicane. I think Skelios taking a little bit more risk there, but on the exit, little Mikey wins out. As Goon is right on it. Oh, Casella will do with a 3-second time penalty, excuse me. Goon very close on the back of Skelos. Also, I do see Brandon on the back of Wazza still. That fight going on. No boy caught them. So no boy on the hards. Maybe it's hard for something to come to life now after 6 laps in this race. Ooh, as little Mikey is school whiff. So this could lead to an advantage for Skelos if he can get close enough. Little Mikey on the hards, remember, so no wonder these two are putting pressure on them. Thinks better of the dive bomb. I saw it for a second there. I was like, no way. Moving up to the front here, we've got pitting from Wazza. Did he have damage? Should we check here? Oh, he does, yes. He did. So Hoff moving up a place there. And now Nellboy gets the charge after Brandon, as I don't think anyone's making overtakes. As Wazza's going to come out in behind Casella. It's like in P14. Hayward now closing on Reliant. 4 tenths between these two. Both on similar ERSs. Ooh, Goon. Very close to the outside there. As he gets in the ERS very early. As we've got a yellow flag. A spin in the hairpin. It's Wazza with his new tyres breaking his new front wing, which is so unfortunate. You have to hit the wall in a very inconvenient place here for there to be a safety car. Has to be very specific. Can't talk today, guys. Don't believe me. Must be a very cautious location. Oh, as we witness Guna get past a Skelos due to a mistake he made. Jordan just unable to make that move as well. Very close there from a Skelos. As Wazza has to pit again, putting him in last place now. Still 2 groups of cars, I think, from little Mikey to Cassell, who's joining the back of this group now, and then from the front, I want to say Brandon. It was close, and Brandon seemed to have pulled away from Nelboy, and Hoff's dropped back, and so has Reliot. Bogrovsky sitting high and dry in 8th right now. McLaren looking to score some good points here. Hopefully Nelboy can get into P2. Side by side goes Reliot and Haywood. Haywood maybe just got a better exit out of the final corner. Gets past him a bit. Annoyed I didn't see that, but managed to miss an overtake from Monaco, which is quite surprising. As Jordan is close on the back of Skelos as well. Want to see a dive bomb into this corner as into the wall goes Skelos. The wheel spin not helping him out this race. As Casello gets past him. That's unfortunate. He'll be following Wazza at the back of the grid. As Guna seems to be close in the back, a little Mikey here. They're both using it at the moment. Little Mikey on more ERS though. Oh, it's Wazza. I mean, not Wazza. Guna goes very sharp into Hackett. In a very awkward place here. Oh, I'm supposed to go in this way. That's a very unfortunate spin for him. Puts Bog up a place. Jordan still hunting Guna here. Skelios and Hackett have to pit for new tyres and new wings. I think the pit window for the mediums anywhere between lap 15 and lap 18. Hard, lap 22, usually. Yes, Jordan's very close in the back of Guna there. The softs going off in BB Boldy. Why is it with their new fastest lapper, 13.2. Another yellow flag, which is Tom Putty, I think, going straight on. Oh, so you can see Guna scraping the wall in front of Hayward here. You have to have a lot more speed than the other car to get past there, as Guna, the only car with DRS on that lap, 5/10 behind Little Mikey, the only car to do so. Wazza actually on a Skelos is gonna get it if he can. Talking about that, I just flicked through and there actually was a spun car. I don't know who that was. I think it was Bossmot and Raskas as he gets going again. Oh, things are going down the inside of Wazza and Raskas, but he does thinks better of it. These two seem to be going at it. Oh! I think that's so unfortunate for Wazza, as I think that's a purposeful DNF, unfortunately, there from Wazza. I don't know if that is a safety car or whatnot. You would assume so, as we will watch Brandon here go through this corner and the car randomly appear on the left at DNF. It did look a bit, unfortunately, did look purposeful from Wazza, just after that little fight with the Skelos. I think Skelos moves to less brakes, but the track is so thin that Wazza just hits the back of him, unfortunately, crashing out. And maybe it does force him to like puts the car out of shape, and maybe he does spin out on purpose. But it's like a bit of a jolt in the throttle at a wall. But Guna now looking to make a move on Little Mikey, whilst his teammate. Both on high amounts of DRS. ERS, I mean, not DRS. So this seems to be close. The closest battle on track at the moment. Rancy's almost got a 10-second gap on Brandon behind. Nobody's looking for the DRS of Brandon, but I don't know if he's going to get it. Really close to Duna now on Little Mikey. Could really do with getting past here. As I think Little Mikey's had to use more ERS on that lap than also be strange as the Skelos comes out of the pits. It's actually fine. Yellow flag. It's just a Skelos coming out of the pits. It's fine. As blue flags are being shown, I don't know what car. Could be a Skelos. No Mikey with no wing damage. I just thought he was holding up Guna and Jordan, but it's not. I think he's just struggling with these hard tyres. Guna now falling away from No Mikey, almost a second between these two now. As Hayward gets a 3-second time penalty and BB Boldy, I think. As now the gap is 5 tenths. More ERS for Guna. Oh, here we go. He's got a bit of move from Guna. I think he thinks better of it, though. Now Hayward thinking about making a move, and also Nailboy's got into the DRS of Brandon. Oh no, he's lost it again. So Guna, a good friend of the safety car driver here, might be looking to slip him some more dough to bring him out. I don't think it was enough. Michael Massey refusing to bring safety car driver out today with the Wasses incident, even though it was very close to the racing line, but not deemed not a big problem. Sadly, no team radios due to a malfunction in our system today. Well, I think it's quite sad to do them alone, but I don't know. As Guna is really on the back of Little Mikey here for the past couple of laps, really thinking about it. As Snellvoi's gaining on Brandon. I think Brandon's the medium tyres, I think, falling off a bit here. As Cassell pits, he'll come out 11th behind Jordan, but a long way behind Jordan at that. Right, yeah, 22 seconds. Oh, late turn in there from Guna in the tunnel, causing him to whack the wall a little bit. I think he was trying to get a bit like a run on Little Mikey, but it didn't work. As we'll move on to who's yellow flags. It's Cassell. He's not blocking the track here. He can let cars go behind him. He's gonna have to wait for Hackett and BB Boldy, and then BB Boldy, and then whoever's coming through here. Is it? It's Guna on Lil Mikey down the inside to Sander Vought. There we go. Guna's finally passed now, but with the ERS difference there, I wouldn't be surprised if in the tunnel Lil Mikey makes a comeback. As now it's Jordan's turn to chase the man in the Merc. Snellboy again just slips into the DRS of Brandon. Doesn't seem to be making massive inroads on that front. As Cassell drops down, he's back in the pits, that is fine. As Jordan has... no, that is... thought I was on board with Mikey there. Actually, we are almost halfway through this race. Oh, we are halfway through this race, I think. No, we're not. There we are. Almost. As here we go, the first medium run to pit, new wing for Elliott, and the hard tyres go on for him. That'll put him into P. Who's pitting? Gunnar? No, who's the red one? It is Elliott. Oh, I think I thought Jordan was. As he comes out P10. As there's no way of missing overtake. I think I have. Wow. Okay, that's like the second one today. As Barry Bogowski gets round half as now, there's a yellow flag as Brandon's retired. As Nellboy's stuck as well, and there's another car, and then another car comes into the back flying in there. There's two cars, BB Boldy and Brandon, and that does bring out the safety car. It would have to, I would assume. I second Barry Bogowski might be able to get a better look at the cars. As Barry Bogowski joins them in the graveyard of automobiles called Tobac Corner. 3 cars taken at that corner. Oh, it's Barry Bogowski's car is stranded in the middle of the road. Eskelos misses Bogowski's car as well. Elliott will be the next one to pass it, as it's gone now, so the lucky man. But if something we needed halfway-ish through the race to spice up the race, Rancy on the mediums, I think he just couldn't manage to pit in that time, but he'll be going onto the hards. Nellboy, I assume, going onto the hards. Right. Would need to. Right, he's got wing damage. Why didn't he pit the first time? Overtakes the safety car because it's picking up the leader, that is why. That would have slowed him down though. Given Jay Hayward, who's now in 3rd. And little Mikey's in 4th now, and Elliott's in 5th. So going from almost 10th place, kerfuffle at Tobac Corner causes this. There's Ranty into the pits now for the hard tyre. He comes out still in position 1 as DTR, Nellboy and Bossmats come into the pits. New wing, I assume, for both of them here. As now all the cars have passed the retired cars, which took a while. This shows how far ahead they were. As all the cars now get closed up under the safety car, which might take a while. With their lap cars, as Cassell gets a drive-through penalty for speeding on the safety car. That would not be going down too well in the Cassell cab. So, tyre situation. No, Mikey's still not pitting. Enjoying P4 maybe? Relishing in it? Maybe he thinks his tyres are still good? Okay. So I don't know how long it's going to take for this safety car to close up. Red's at the front now with a lapped car behind him, of Tom Putty. I mean, this would be good for Rancy because I think with a lapped car behind him, it will, you know, Nelboy and Jahir will not be able to make inroads into his lead. Who else in the pits? Hackett's in the pits. No, Mike's still not in the pits. Don't know what he's thinking of doing. Maybe another safety car, hopefully. For him. I'm going to refill my beverage, which take me just a second. Please excuse me. The man, the myth, the legend, Rancy, leading the safety car restart as a slow-moving Hackett, who will join the grid, I think, as away we go. Away from the grid as Hoff gets out of the way, allowing cars to chase. So really, it's very confusing, this grid here. There's a lot of lapped cars that move out of the way. Who's close? Jordan, I mean, on the back of Guna now with the little Mikey did pit in the end. As out of the way goes Hoff again? Is it Hoff? No, being not, sorry. Hoff is who Guna is chasing. Oh, it's down the inside goes Hoff, but then he thinks better of it. He's going to get a penalty for cutting that corner. He is, and then Guna makes a move. Oh, to that scar. Never mind. Hoff probably going to dispute that penalty, with it being with a lapped car, as Casella spun. Just figuring out how to get him moving again. As we'll move on to Guna then. As how many? 16 laps remaining. It's a lot of laps on this Monte Carlo circuit. Nailboy on the faster tyres, chasing after Hayward here. very close to the P1 corner there. Don't want to get tagged and spin round, just like you might happen at the Newville chicane if you go too close. As out of the way goes Jay Hayward. An odd manoeuvre there, but okay. As there's slow moving cars in Raskas, I mean Tobacco. I don't know, I think these cars are in the order they should be, Elliott, Hoff, Gunnar, but it's still a lapped Tom Putty car in the way, I think, of little Jordan, between Jordan and Gunnar. Still, as he gets out of the way down on the straight. So, obviously with that safety car, much closer knitted grid, but with the removal of 4 cars, as 4 cars that have been lapped, and they are 10th and below, I think. Tom Petty, Escalos, Bosmot and Cassell all being lapped by Rancy, who is far and away the fastest driver here. 5.2 seconds. Change it to positions gained here. I just want to see where everyone started. Jordan making up a good amount of places, so is Gunnar. Raleigh also making up 3, and Hayward making up 4. And now obviously Hayward, nobody goes in front of Jay Hayward again. Odd, but I don't know what's happening here. Okay, Skelos retires in Raskas. Will that be a safety car? I don't know, because nobody's near him, so I won't be able to see that crash. Doesn't look like it though. I think it's only a safety car if it's going to impact the drivers, and because Monte Carlo is such a track where the drivers are all concentrated in one section like here, it doesn't have to bring a safety car out, you can instantly just get rid of the car. As you can see, Gunnar is close on the back of Hoff. Hoff obviously on the hard tyres, so you would assume Gunnar will close, which he is doing, around 6/10, as Hoff is out of the RS. As straight on goes Cassell, but I think Cassell is just letting the lapped cars past. So now into Raskas, there goes Gunnar. On board Gunnar a lot. I'll see who else we got on board. Ah, Bosmot's. Oh, okay. Bosmot's crashing after the, what's it called? Swimming pool chicane there. As I just thought he was close on the back of Hackett, but he will be close to the pit lane, which he's entering now. As we're on board with Hoff, I mean Hoff is also close on Elliott. I mean so is Nailboy here as well, who's in the back of Hayward. What's the gap here? Closing. Are they both using ERS? Yeah, both on almost exactly the same ERS. Oh no, Hayward's got a lot more. As Hayward lets Nailboy past again. As now we've got our first look at a train here. Elliott to little Mikey, all within 1 second of each other. That's what I like to see around Monaco, really. Because any mistakes, someone's going to capitalise on it. As round goes Bosmot again at the hairpin. Nobody to crash into him, which is good. We'll keep the eye on Nailboy to see if he's able to close the gap to Rancy, who's on the worst of tyres. But I think Jay Hayward just took the sting out of Nailboy's tyres with it. As Jordan almost goes into back of Guna there. So in goes the boss. In goes the boss to the pits again. We'll see how many stops. Who stopped the most in this race? Cassell, 5 stops in this race. There's always one. No offense, Cassell. But Hoff, who stayed in position, is the only man apart from Hackett and Durancy to have done that. He's still chasing Relay, but he is on a 3-second time penalty. I wonder if it's because of, I don't want to say dirty air, right? Because I've always been thinking that dirty air will be still. It's hard to follow these cars, even when you get to a certain point. The dirty air still is like kind of a little bit of an effect, but it's just you can barely overtake. Like I thought, maybe it just shows how close actually they are in skill level, not being able to pass each other, as I think a gap between Jordan and Goon is formed here, splitting the train. As at the moment Aguna is ahead of Hoff because he's got a 3-second, and Relly is not in front of Hayward, as Hayward is almost 10 seconds in front. The top 3 kind of zoomed off on their own, and then Rancy zoomed off on his own as well. The gap brought down a little bit to 5.1 seconds from 6.5, so if you can keep closing it, it might be interesting. No boy. Go on board with him. Flat out around Monaco to save his championship chances here. Relly gets a 3-second time penalty, which means that Guna moves the way up to 4th here, and Jordan might gain a few positions as well. 5.5. The gap is in a world of his own at the moment. Really, it's a train. It's not really a train anymore, almost, as 1 second between all the drivers. As we've got another spinner, I think it's Bosmont again who's going into the pits. So unfortunate, just trying to enjoy Monaco as much as you can, as Hackett is close on the left of little Mikey here, P8 and P9. Maybe a bit of damage for one of them, as Hackett seems to be struggling to make around some corners. Seven tenths now, the gap has grown to. Little Mike on a lot less ERS than Hackett. Hackett on almost 50% more. It's now the second goes to a second, so it's very unpredictable, Monaco. It's almost, you make any mistake and the time's vanished if like your opponent can take a great corner. That's 8 laps remaining of this Monte Carlo race. Seems to have died down a bit since the safety car. 3-second time penalties being dished out to 6 of the drivers, which is up half of the ones left. We've had 5 retirees, 3 of them at the same point. at the same corner, which is quite not funny, but amusing to say the least for me to watch. As Hackett here should get a good exit. Oh, might we see it? And little Mikey's little swerve to the left there just puts Hackett off the dive bomb into Nouveau chicane. Oh, now he's close. Yeah, I've never seen it overtake into the swimming pool chicane, but I have seen one into Raskas, but not today for Hackett. He's gonna have to wait. Is his chance now? Still saving ERS. He's really playing with Mikey here. Into Beau Rivage they go. Really not using any ERS here. Oh, very close to the casino wall there. Is Hackett. That wall does not take much to DNF on, and I know it personally. As Jordan creeps back into the DRS of Gunnar, but he's out of the 3 seconds of the Hoff Brilliant, who now Hayward is 12 seconds in front of Brilliant, but with Rancy the gap has increased since last time we looked at it. So I think Rancy's cruising to another victory. Noboy done well to get up into P2 following Brandon's DNF. As now Hackett has to make the move. As finally to watch a move. No, better camera angle. What am I watching? As no, you just can't. And now they might make the move in Beau Rivage. They're so close. As they just don't, it just doesn't work. Hackett can't get past little Mikey. I'm just watching this battle between Hackett and Mikey, not even commentating it on at this point, because I'm just waiting. Surely he's got to get past at some point. Maybe wait until the final corner again to use the ERS. Still has so much more than Mikey. Round 2. Here we go into Sandoval. No miracles. Oh, but now he's so close into Beau Rivage. They go side by side, and he does make the overtake. Hackett ahead of little Mikey. Good racing there. Patience paying off for that position here. As now I think Jordan and Gunnar are hoping the same thing. Jordan hoping that he can get past, and Gunnar hoping that his tyres won't let him. If you can see, they're already a clear colour difference, and almost just where the contact patches have been. As now the gap has extended into Rancy's favour, 7 seconds. Just about, yep. Hoff looking to get past Aurelia as Gunnar's clinging onto the 3 seconds of Hoff to get this position. Be good for the Ferrari camp to get some points. As another 3 seconds. Now Jordan's in there, and maybe even Hackett if he's lucky might be able to get into it. But anyone could get a 3-second. Even Ramsey might slip up and get a 3-second or hit a wall. We still don't know. With 4 laps remaining of this race. It's Jordan now closing on Gunnar. Jordan trying, they'll be going on to their... Ramsey has 3 laps of this Grand Prix left, these guys still got 4. They're going to have 3 very soon though. Hackett closing on Jordan very fast now, as you can just see them in the distance. He is catching 2.5, it was 3.5 last lap I'm pretty sure. There's Jordan now, get very close on Gunnar. Oh, deep goes Gunnar. No thoughts of the dive bomb from Jordan. Now Jordan's hoping for a good exit out of the Nouvelle chicane, but he doesn't. Gunnar always seems to be getting just a little bit of time on him there. As Hoff is also chasing Gunnar's teammate Relia here. 4 tenths here. 2 laps remaining. It will be soon. Oh, as Hoff almost goes into the wall, losing about 5 tenths there. As Hackett has also pulled around 6 tenths that lap. Gunnar falling back from Hoff here, but he's still in the 6 seconds. 20 seconds ahead is Hayward in front of Elliott. That top 3 is almost secured unless there's any retirements. Jordan still thinking about this move on Gunnar. You say it's got to come eventually, it's got to come eventually. There's almost 20 laps on these medium tyres for these drivers. Surely you get desperate enough to go for a dive bomb. All the way down to first gear for Hoff. Hey, he's trying to close. Hackett 1.2 to Jordan now. Still 4 attempts though, can't seem to get closer. As little Mikey puts on the softs going for fastest lap, it looks like. 2 more laps left. It's the penultimate lap of the Monaco Grand Prix. Jordan is looking to make a move. Very close. Oh, almost stopping mid corner there, Gunnar. As Jordan's not giving up easily. Jordan's tyres the same amount of wear as Gunnar's. 2 laps younger is Hackett's tyres. He's trying to catch about a second to them. He needs a good exit here to stay close. He just might get it. 7-ish tenths. Oh, Hoff is pushing now. 3 tenths. He's close. Weiss has left the session, obviously. It was first in the DF. A lot of patience to stay in the race. Hayward is close on No Boy. But, oh, that's just Tom Putty letting someone past, I think. Still nobody Last lap of the Monaco Grand Prix. It's got to be a dive bomb. Surely you've got to make it happen here. As Jordan is close on the back of Guna here. He's got to just get enough to make a dive bomb into this corner here. Oh, he's really thinking about it, almost. But he doesn't have much time. He doesn't have much time, doesn't have much race length to go, and you can't afford to let Guna slip away through Pouon and through through the Nouveau Chicane, which he might even do. As Rancy can't crosses the finish line to win. Hayward crosses the line first, but nobody gets the win. I mean, not the win. That's P2 because Hayward had the penalty, so that's P3 for Hayward. Really, it'll be the next one across the line. If Hoff can change that, it doesn't look like it here into Raskas. Safe driving from both, which I guess is what we like to see. Giselle retires from the race, both just before the finish line. That's quite dangerous for those drivers, though. As how many places does Jens lose? He loses 2 places. Hackett just not close enough to gain. So it goes Rancy, Nelboy, Hayward, Belliot, Guna, Jordan, Jens, Hackett, Little Mike, who's on for a fastest lap, I think, and Tom Putty, who will eventually cross the line. I don't actually think he will get the fastest lap, no. That belongs to, I think, Rancy still. As Tom Putty crosses the line to end out. He was once lapped and he still finished 10th. An interesting race, to say the least. So very interesting. Most positions made by Jordan. I would again probably, not to be for the 3rd week in a row, give it to Rances. It was another dominant performance. P1 to P1. I don't think he ever fell out of that. Obviously, sadly didn't see anyone battling with him because he's just so quick. But if I wasn't to give it to Rancy, I should let you watch the podium. But sorry about that. As if I was to give it another person that wasn't Rancy, I'd probably give it to who made the most places. Jordan. That is impressive to make up 10 places from Monaco. I mean, who made the move at overtakes? Reliot is up there, Guna's up there as well. All great performances. Unfortunately, we did see a little people's races end just a bit too early with the crashes throughout the race, as Wassy got the fastest lap in the end. But good racing. I think 2 of the DNS towards the end, which for fun, so it doesn't really put into context how many people would have finished. But it was a good race in total, good race to watch. I can't actually continue, so I'll probably I will give Driver of the Day to Rancy for another dominant performance, and I will see you guys in Monza, which is completely different to Monaco. Just straight lines where anyone could win, really. It is just straight lines, so it'll be impressive to see if anyone can topple Rancy's 3 win streak, I think it is now. So that's all from me, and next week you most likely will have me and No Jug. So until then, it's goodbye. If I don't press the wrong button. And we're back on air. And we're not back on air.